So using food as medicine, and what is the vitamin and supplementation that we should look at? So definitely go for eating more fruits in your diet. Okay. One of the questions that I get a lot is, Prashant, that I'm diabetic and can I eat fruits? Is it okay to eat fruits? I would suggest that yes, of course, if you're diabetic, then there are other fruits that you should eat. You can avoid a very ripe banana, but you can have a banana. But most important thing is start exercising. Start looking at your diet and start exercising. That is the most important part. Okay. Now, food reduces pain and inflammation, and certain foods increase your pain and inflammation. Okay. So largely, if you have a plant-based diet, it helps if you eat water-rich fruits and vegetable. If you have more and more, let's say, lettuce or watermelons or cucumbers or green veggies, broccoli, spinach, kale, or celery juice, or bitter gourd juice, or bottle gourd juice, any of these juices, try it out, make them at home, start your day powerfully. It's very important that in the mornings when you start off, you start your day very powerfully with some of these fruits, and followed by, I would say, some vegetable juice. Okay, so you can make your preferred vegetable juice at home and have them. Another thing that it's very important is you should avoid using refined oils and go towards more of cold pressed oils or natural oils, okay, in your cooking. So when we say cold press oils, you get kachi ghani ka tel. Okay, so kachi ghani ka tel, or you will get cold press peanut oil, cold press rice bran oil, you'll get olive oil. So all these are very good, but go for these, or even coconut oil. We have people in Kerala using coconut oil since ages, and it's one of the most healthiest states. So we should look at these stats and figures also. Look at prebiotics and probiotics. Okay, so consume both of them. Prebiotics are something that prepare your gut to digest food, and probiotics are used for helping your gut to digest your food. Okay, so use prebiotics and probiotics. Some of the prebiotics are these fruits, which are right, the picks that I put in here. So strawberries, cherries, grapes, watermelons, these are very good prebiotics. And a very naturally available probiotic is curd, okay, or yogurt. Okay, use them. Now we eat around 3 meals a day and we munch a lot. We eat a lot of junk food. Okay, so vitamin A, B, or these vitamins are seldom coming into our diet. Okay, we might have one meal in which has vitamin A and B12 and D3, or one meal which has omega-3 once or twice in a week, but that's about it. So supplementation becomes very important as you age. Okay, as you age, I would say people who are in your 40s here, there are a lot of people who have joined in this call who are in 40s, and a lot of people who are in their 50s, 60s. The biggest pandemic that we are having right now is not corona. It is the vitamin D3 deficiency. Okay, look at in your families, look at anywhere, and you ask a person to do a vitamin test, and predominantly he'll be having very less vitamin D3. Whereas we are a milk drinking nation. Okay, India has been drinking milk for ages, or even any country, even France or Australia, they're very, very high in dairy production. Then why do we have vitamin D3 deficiencies? These are some questions that we should ask. Okay. Now, some things that we should avoid. Now, I'll get a lot of flack here and a lot of brickbats on this probably, that why did you write milk here? Okay, so milk should be avoided. I'll come to the reason. Red meats, refined oil, refined flour, or anything which is artificial, having artificial flavors, or anything which comes in a box, noodles, pastas, or your cakes, everything, whatever you get in a box, your haldiram, okay, and the tidbits that we eat. So all those things should be avoided. Right now, coming to specifically to milk. Now, I have worked with more than 100 patients, 120 patients last year till now, and I have a running clientele of around 15 patients right now, whom I coach on one-to-one basis. And in all of them, I'm not kidding here, all of them, when we reduce the milk consumption, okay, or when we eliminated milk from their diet, their pain and inflammation came down drastically. within a week. Okay. Of course, red meat, an increased consumption of beef or increased consumption of mutton, okay, or goat will lead to gout, will lead to uric acid. Okay, so deposition in your joints. So be careful about that. Of course, the biggest poison, I would say, the biggest poison here is smoking and heavy metals, using heavy metals.
Has a question that is it only avoiding milk or milk-based products also, like paneer and other things?
Well, I would suggest that you need to avoid paneer also. Okay, so I would say apart from ghee, now when we make ghee, we are basically converting milk into oil, and that is still found to be good, and it's found to be good for the intestine and found to be good for our digestive system and joints. But milk in itself is very potent, okay, and it gets absorbed it's very difficult to absorb that, and it plays a havoc with our system. So because we respond to milk, our bodies respond to milk, any milk, goat's milk or cow's milk, we respond to it. Now this response can have multiple reactions if you are having an autoimmune condition. So I would suggest that be careful when you are having milk and reduce your milk consumption. Okay, look, now you will ask me, where do I get my vitamin D? So vitamin D is available in all green plants, which are there in the nature. They have vitamin D and they produce it directly from the sun. Okay, or you go out and exercise. Okay, go out and exercise, or have a vitamin D3 supplement. So these are some of the ways in which you should have vitamin D and reduce your I would say hormonal intake. Okay, so that plays havoc with your skin. Your skin will not look good. You will have a lot of acne, and you will keep wondering why is happening. I'm eating everything, but due to the consumption of milk, it happens a lot. I hope that answers the question. Any other question before we move towards mindset?
Somebody suggested we can have plant-based milk alternatives like nuts, milk made out of nuts, almond nuts.
Yes, you can have oat milk, soy milk, I would say almond milk. Okay, so I am using them. Oat milk is very good. You can have coconut milk also. So those are perfect. Those are very good. They are coming from the plants. It's a plant extract. So use that. So these are good to have. Definitely a good substitute. Fish, Guru, I would say fish is acceptable, but these days what is happening is our oceans are heavily, I would say, heavily polluted. So the fish that you are getting is not a very clean fish. Okay, the largest amount of mercury and arsenic is found in fish. Okay, they consume a lot of pollutants in the ocean, and as you know, all the pollutions is being everything is being thrown in our oceans these days. So be careful, okay, when you consume fish. I would say go for the most wild cut fish. These are very expensive. You'll have salmon, for example. That's a good fish to eat. Okay, but that will be very, very expensive. Most of the fishes that we are getting are highly polluted. Okay, and of course they're not fresh. So look for fresh fish. Okay, what about eggs? Eggs are still okay. So eggs are still okay. You can have eggs. They're good source of cholesterol, and that's a good cholesterol and good protein. So you can have that. But yes, you will get a much better, I would say, nutrition if you go towards plant-based proteins. For soy, or I would say go more towards plant-based proteins. Have more of legumes, more of beans, more of these kind of things rather than going for eggs. But yes, if you want to have eggs, please have them, and you have to be clear why do you want to have them. Okay, or if you don't have a condition with you. So if you are already having a condition of cholesterol in your body, or if you are gaining weight in your body, then try and avoid eggs. Hope that answers, Simani.